What's the mighty good word, party folk? I'm your mile high priest. I'm up here up about a mile high on the moon's day. It's Monday, November 11th. What's good, party folk? My name's Armando. I'm chilling up here in Denver. Thank you so much for being here. I honor you, your time. Ever so grateful for our energetic exchange. Thank you for your attention and contributions, right? Thank you for the comments. And thank you for hitting like along the way. Feel free to hit thumbs up to support me, the growth of the channel, or the messages, right? Thank you. I'm really grateful about the fact that you guys are watching the videos. Like, I know I'm a drone and I talk a lot and I experience intense moments of dry mouth. And y'all, it's a Piscean Monday. The moon's in Pisces. This reading is for the collective. Thank you so much once again. I'm just gonna kind of flow. I'll attempt to tell you the names of the decks as I go, but I'll start with a channeled message. So yeah, stick around along the way. Don't forget to hit like, hit subscribe, stick around, leave me a comment. I love chatting. And also, it's almost the full moon. We just passed the first quarter moon in Aquarius. I've been doing spontaneous sign placement readings, so watch out for yours. And I apologize for those folks that do like a formal schedule. I thank you for dealing with me, as the saying goes. Happy Monday, happy Moon's Day. We are on the way to the full moon. In Taurus, the sun will oppose the moon in the 24-25 degree mark of Taurus. A few hours later, the sun will oppose Uranus, retrograde in Taurus, at around 25-26 degrees. So the super full moon on Friday, November 17-ish, is like kind of a big deal. Venus is ingress into Capricorn. It just occurred. It is occurring. Venus just moved into Capricorn and is starting their transit through the sign of Capricorn. Okay, yeah, so sorry, I don't know why I was like, why did I leave that card there? Cancer. Okay, the Four of Cups, which is the moon in Cancer, and the Four of Pentacles, which is the sun in Capricorn. So that timing, if you are relating those cards to timing, it is coming up. It's it's this winter solstice. The sun, while it transits through Capricorn, it does oppose the full moon in Cancer, right? Currently, we are looking at the energy of Venus in Capricorn. Mercury is currently in its pre-shadow retrograde phase in Sagittarius. The sun is through almost to the last decan, the third decan of Scorpio. What's good, party folk? Neptune and Saturn still in Pisces, but Saturn is now moving forward. Thank you. Magicians, high priests, high priestesses, kings, queens, royals. This is your Venus ingress into Capricorn court. I'm your effervescent Mercurial. Midday siesta needed. Akashic librarian, stellar informant, ninja warrior, sleepy jester with your mercurial, effervescent, stellar messages, your divine messages for your spiritual growth and evolution and exaltation through all spaces and time. Thank you once again for being here. So the channeled message that I was getting, Mercury highly active, the fixed signs, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, Gemini, Mercury as well, so Gemini and Virgo. A lot of fixation or a lot of focus or a lot of centering of the North Node, your life's purpose, perhaps triggered just by natural environmental events or situations. Perhaps your age, Saturn being a marker of time and age, a keeper of passing time. It can make you feel like time is passing by. Four of Cups, Four of Pentacles, the desire to inherit the knowledge and the secret of your direction and purpose is available to you, but the message is now to flow, which it is understood that that is a very harsh message to receive due to frustration, and because you have gone through a long passage in time. No matter your age, it feels age restricted and age constricting. You've done a lot of I'm so sorry. You've done a lot of inner child healing. Just like punch the mic. Is that what you're trying to do to me? What's good, party folk? Okay. Take that as you will, right? Are you fixated on your life's purpose? You're doing a lot of healing. You've done a lot of healing. This is intentional, hard, psychological, spiritual work, developments that require also passage of time. So Saturn grants you the time. Although it may appear frustrative, it is now that you must ask yourself, can you flow? Can you simply flow? Can you also redirect or direct attention, and more so appropriate your time wisely, compartmentalize, constrict, budget, record, organize, clean, purify, cleanse, detox, all of that, the schedule, the time, budget, keep, limit, also have fun. So ebb and flow, turn the creative ebb and flow to the practical ebb and flow. Fixation on the higher dimensional, right? Okay. I'm going to check out your soul essence. Okay, but I'm also receiving the message that for those of you who've been through this journey, a lot of healing of intimacy, of intimate relational blocks, okay? Blocks to intimacy. You're also like, you could also understand you're a energetic healer of many sorts. It does have everything to do with your finances and vice versa. Your fun, your sacral play or sacral playground. You've looked and acknowledged where the block is. You've gone to the root of the problem. It is in the root. It is in your sensation of feeling secure, the knowledge of being secure. So determining where you need security, Four of Pentacles, right? Your guides direct you to look at your budget, and yes, so also like I'm getting learn how to have fun, relearn, reestablish. Okay, so you're also leaving establishments, community, or you're pausing, you're breaking away, you're taking a break. You're also leaving unfounded, non-founded, unstable, right? You're leaving instability. You're looking at what in your environment is unstable and causes instability and affects that, right? So some relationships, I was getting that more for like Pisces and Aries people, right? wild unknown alchemy. Okay, so we just passed the first quarter moon in Aquarius, and that was a huge release, at least a defining moment in which you were asked to look at any inauthentic, false masks and identities, and you are possibly now releasing and eliminating and restricting yourself from just eliminating, releasing, throwing away, right? Things, perspectives, beliefs, stuff like that, identities. Okay. So this is where you are internally in your transmutative process. This is what you have seen at the root. This is what you see now, which can be a more optimistic path, and then we can see what holds you in balance, so you can commit to the path, right? Okay, yes. Okay, so benevolent guide, you've gone to the root. Okay, that's the point. Like, follow your intuition, follow your inner child as you heal inner child wounds, as you heal through that trauma-based responses, your attachment styles, as you become the healer that you know you are, as you embark on that, as you remain steadily poised in that direction, and you move in that direction, and you take accountability in that direction, and you continue to spiritually and psychologically redefine, and now you approach more practices coming out of your spiritual like process, getting a lot of Sagittarius and Pisces and Gemini. Okay, what do you need to leave spiritual growth? Spiritual growth then manifests as actual three-dimensional leaving things behind and entering new phases, allowing for new beginnings to take place, take a foundational, stable aspect in your life, right? Like the energy now wants to become stabilized and grounded in your life, in your personhood. On your way there, you've been enlightened. You continually honor, if not, you work and develop your intuitive skills. So as that grows, you follow your innate, like the voice of reason, or your guides. You have guides, and so you were guided there. The point I'm trying to make is like, it's not fixating or needing to know or wanting to know, or it's looking at those desires and redirecting that energy, that inspired energy, to now just continue to develop spiritually on a naturally flowing, unconditionally loving manner, where you're not burning yourself out. 10 of Wands, Saturn in Sagittarius. Okay. I have Unus Mundus, Synchronicity, card number 63. I have Spiritus Rector, 57, card 57, Benevolent Guide. That's what you learned, or that's what you maybe whether conscious or unconscious, allow that to be your enlightenment to how to direct, redirect, and center and ground energy so that you can now focus on releasing and aligning, exiting the emotionally erratic, the emotional turmoil, a relationship, many situations, letting the final emotional grip to be released, the cords to be released so that you can go up, spiral up, transcend. Okay, acceptance. Understand that what got you there was your redirecting and centering focus to continual development of yourself and guiding yourself and honoring that you're teaching and learning along the way. You do know a lot, so it's like, don't fixate. Fog and lead, Saturn, as we mentioned, and nebula. So Saturn is card 20, like judgment. So elevating, leaving a lifestyle behind, perhaps acknowledging that it encompasses a lifestyle change. And so it could be a maturing moment or a adult moment or a significant marker in your age. Card 39, the fog nebula. High priestess, the moon, Pisces, the moon, Cancer, okay. The moon, the full moon in Taurus, the moon, your moon in Taurus, or you're dealing with someone with those aspects. Saturn in Pisces is very much like you see it will no longer work, so you are determined to move away from that, and that is part of the evolution that's already been said and done. So allow that to happen naturally. Perhaps pay no mind and allow your emotions to ease. Allow your self-care to flow, to pour care onto you, pour attention onto you, pour your healing onto you. Wow. The peacock's tail, Cauda pavonis, 55. Wow, 55. Okay, yeah, releasing stuck energy, releasing yourself from stuck energy. So the devil, Saturn, defining choices that you want to move away from, and therefore that again redirects energy to where you can make choices that you want to accept into choices that are good for you, choices that you want to accept in your life, in your new life, in your new life. 1984. So lead can be heavy. Lead is what you've worked for. Lead is the gift. Lead is what you will polish. Lead is what you will work with. Lead is what you have worked with. Lead is your promise. Now out of the shadow, now out of the fog, continue through, flow through the fog, childlike flow, okay? Allow child dreams to flow. Allow that to be how you arrive at your purpose. Allow not the arrival at the purpose to be your block. That's heavy. That's really heavy. Okay. Release, let go. Black moon astrology, out of the forest now. Okay. Now, not the beaver, not 10 of wands, not Saturn in Sagittarius. Now, leave that behind. Okay. King of Cups, Scorpio, also Libra, Sagittarius, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius. So arrival at Capricorn, we are arriving at the end of Sun in Scorpio, entering soon the Sun in Sagittarius transit. And then this is a Venusian, okay? Let me see, how do you now project this innate quality? How do you, you're being asked to drop many masks. What masks do you identify with in an authentic manner in this transitional period? Okay, as you rise up, okay? Let me should I smile at the camera, y'all? I had to cancel my appointments this morning. Whoever needs an apology, I'm sorry. Okay, forgiveness, self-forgiveness, acceptance. I know you're punching the air. Earth, air, fire, water. Thank you so much. Sun, God, Ra, Mercury, Archangels, spiritual guides of the highest light, Goddess Isis, clear divine messages for the collective, no matter your sign. Thank you very much. Okay, yeah, determining the choices that lead you to things such as limerence, obsession, compulsive behavior, compulsiveness, compulsive actions, looking at if you are able to curtail, right? Like what processes, what methodologies, what's it going to take for you to create space for you to make better choices, right? At least are you thinking that maybe others are drawn to you as well? You're very, you're naturally magnetic. You're allowing that to be part of your story now, part of your character. So you are emitting this. So you do require protection rituals, full moon in Taurus, okay? So significant moons up ahead, full moon in Taurus, full moon in Gemini, and full moon in Cancer, okay? 3 very significant moons for you to do release and protection rituals, okay? A lot of protection as you release weight, move through the fog. Okay, the High Priestess, did I already say that? Luna Moth. You're going from there's a graduation student teacher, but you also then garner students, new students, or new student. They are also your teacher. Okay. Perhaps brothers and sisters have a lot to do with you somehow, some way, or love opens up. Okay, but are you giving, Luna Moth? You're in need of a little bit of protection, okay? I'm sorry, I didn't really tend to the... I didn't do my due diligence this time around. Okay, the bee and the moth. The moth is obviously very... Oh, the fawn. Okay, yeah. Gifts. Can you accept the gift? The gift is along your way as you accept the purpose. That aligns you with your... it aligns you... Or as you accept your gifts, that aligns you with your purpose, which is very straightforward, very basic. I just need to stop saying that. I think these are just like, I need to just say it in my voice. You need to hear it from me. I don't know. Thank you all so much for being here. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, hit like if you like to support me, or if you like the message, if it resonates so far, and leave me a comment. Say what's up. So you're obviously very magnetic. You're also you are directing energy. Perhaps that could be the suggestion to start aligning your focus on more practical observations, more practical matters. I mean, like actually being more concerned, switch from being overtly wishful and hopeful, and now switch to actually following the paper trail and being in gratitude of the money that you receive and taking that into account, and holding yourself very accountable. Just release the tension, allow the tension to occur and subside, release it, right? Allow the anxiety, and accept that you can draw. You are now attracting the new manifestation. So before you start focusing and centering on people, individuals, the new people, start walking on your new grounds, right? Act as if now actually walk in your new shoes, walk on the new grounds. Past, present, and future influences. Past. Okay, another card. Past is Saturn, age, card 50. Wow, the sun. Okay, yeah. Card number 1, spirit, the world, fame. Okay, so how you appear publicly. It may be changing. Saturn, return, age. You could be in your mid-50s. Or you could be 41, 42, 43-ish, early 40s. Preparing for some of you that are entering your sun cycle. No, I'm so sorry. You're in the midst of it. Okay, you're in the midst of your sun cycle. So you're evaluating, okay, yeah, like you're in your 40s. Or it could be your Saturn return, your Saturn square, mid 30s. You could be early 40s or on early mid 50s. So those could be milestones, age markers, and okay, it's imperative that you allow the flow, accept the flow of abundance, whether it's, do you need to practice some mindfulness practice, just to release any negative thought vibration. Perhaps it's just returning to a more neutral stance, allowing for your stance, your perspective to shift, to accept, because there is something forming and coming. So get ready for it. And that may be the Four of Pentacles, like center and focus on your surroundings. And so, hey, maybe there's not a lot in the bank account to account for, to budget, but it's the acknowledgement. And then maybe you can account for organization and cleanliness and readiness in the home, or perhaps something, a storage or things like that. What does that lead you to? More gratitude practices, more practices of service. They align you with your purposeful path, right? Give, you're giving, you've been giving, you've been giving, you've been giving. Now acknowledge it. Now, who do you give to? Now Saturn's like, who have you been giving to? What have you been giving? Is it the gifts, your gifts? Do so. Do that. Continue, or if not, become more affirmative, become more assertive. Perhaps once again, acknowledge that you've been giving away these gifts, okay, to whomever, however that has played out, however that has turned out. Perhaps you've been played, perhaps you've been turned out. No more, no mas, okay? Saturn is like, okay, do you see that? Do you acknowledge that? Now what? Okay, now turn to a new display. Turn to a new affectation, turn to new relationships, turn to new. But first, walk the grounds. First, hit the ground, put your feet on the ground. Now walk the grounds. Then, now dress yourself. Allow yourself to be addressed and dressed in your new kingly, queenly royalness, your royal highness. Now, walk. Now, you're here, you have arrived, okay? It is paved for you, Leo. We already said a lot of Saturn. Saturn in Pisces, Saturn in Sagittarius, Saturn in Capricorn, I don't know. Oh, Saturn in the fixed signs, right? Saturn in Taurus. Did we say that? Okay, this is future. Wow. Card 20, I transform. Card number 7, abundance. Jupiter. Yes. I told you, the wheel. Life's gifts. Your luck. Good luck. Luck turns to good luck. Okay, yeah, I was talking about that too. Jupiter's currently in Gemini. Retrograde in Gemini. But Saturn and Jupiter they work together. You've heard it all. Jupiter expansive, the gifter, the giver, the expansive. The one that wants it all or gets it all. Saturn, the one that has strong desire and has a lot of work to do to get to it. So it's a mix of both, right? Realizing to the shadow aspect of what limitless over consumption can do, right? Does it show? Cool. Look. That's in the future influences. The freaking wow, this may have something to do with job, work, people, a relationship. Cool. All right, the light's looking better. We have the Sun card in the middle, which is related to the Sun card in the major arcana. So card number 19, Leo. We have Saturn. I need to look that, but I believe that is possibly the Three of Swords. In the passing influences, this is in the past already. Card 50. Saturn as the Lord of Karma shatters all illusions. Judgment. Paying your dues. Moving to the next level. Putting the past behind you. Correction. Holy wow. Card number 20. Is it death? That's your future influence. Transformation through desire. Psychic ability. Taxes, secrets, wins and losses. Sexual attraction and secret affairs. Wow. If the Scorpio card comes up when you are being tested, then you are being tested. You may feel isolated and on your own without much sympathy or help from others. If so, it's time to stand on your own and fight those forces gathered against you. You will likely win and come out much stronger and happier than before, but it's still an intense time. There are a number of positive changes with this card. You will soon gain what you have worked so hard for. This card implies karmic issues, even the resurfacing of past life recollections. So many of your relationships now will be of karmic nature, and thus be tried as well. Your life may seem like a trial. Matters involving inheritances and money may figure in, such as heirlooms, legacies, and what comes through family or people you are tied to from your deep past. You may have to deal with someone who may plot revenge or something you may not be guilty of. It could also be a time where enemies surface. You would be wise to protect your reputation. Strong attractions may arise, whether wished for or not. Obsessions are possible. Okay, yeah, this is just giving me like, you already kind of know all this stuff because you're already in preparation to come out. Like, you're on display. You're becoming well aware, and I think what you're being, it's like, are you with the Luna Moth? You are well aware. It's like you are in observation of your tendencies, but it's like you will garner what you have worked for. And so I think it's like, we started the message with protect yourself. So it's protecting yourself from those that are going to want to come out of the woodworks, come out of hiding, and the folks that have always been around, the folks that are around creeping, the folks that are like here for the meal ticket or the free pass, the free ride. You are being Saturn and Saturn. Wait, we didn't say Saturn and Saturn. It's like, hey, once you start getting, because we have Jupiter and the Fawn, and we have the Death card, number 20, Scorpio, I transform, saying you're gonna win, you're gonna get some reward, big reward. We have the Sun card, that's like your happiness, you're like in acceptance of this. You don't even know what's coming. Well, all of this is like the peacock's tail, like how will you gracefully, in humility, how will you perform in unconditional love, how will you behave in unconditional love, what does your new mask look like, the Sun, how do you display your new sense of self, your new identity, are you ready, have you readied yourself? Thank you for being here. I honor you, your path. It seems like a brilliant path. Also, I was going off about karma. I'll try to post the I recorded it, I edited it, everything, but basically, a lot of folks like to regard karma as only the balancer and neutralizer, but there are rewards, just as we know that karma is a B word. Like, we work through karma. We also receive karma. We know that. Well, there's a benefactor and there's a malfactor. A malfunction. So we work through those maleficent shadow dark aspects. We work through to get through them. We work to get through them and to get to be in the light. Okay, that's part of the purpose, your dharmic life's purpose, to incorporate your shadow and dark side as you come into bask in the light and live and walk in the light. So in that landscape, it is you receiving your dues in kind, your karmic your karmic gift in kindness. Just as karma takes away, it does give back. Just like Saturn takes away and constricts, Jupiter expands and gives back. I can't believe we have Saturn here twice. We have card 20, Judgment. We have card 20, Lead, Judgment. Okay, where do you stand in your power? Thank you so much. Clear divine messages for the collective, no matter their natal placement. For the Venus ingress into Capricorn. Thank you very much, spiritual guides of the highest light. Where do you stand in your power? Sun in Gemini, Lord of Ruin, Ten of Swords. You're in recovery. You recovered. You are no longer there. Your power is, you see the light. Just like we said, you see the light out of the darkness. You've been through it. It's a long journey. Now the blessing. Now allow the light to shine. Now you're doing it. You've seen it all. You've seen the hard truth. You've seen the ugly truth. You've seen the good, the bad, the ugly. So now you decide, right? Now you're down, you're beat. It could be difficult. You could finally just accept the difficulties and accept that you can now shift and move out of those vibrations now that you know who and what is affecting you in your environment. Yep, the High Priestess. You're moving through the fog, okay? The moon in Pisces, talking to Saturn in Pisces, allowing you to apply your truth, your authentic, hard-earned, hard-attained truth. You worked hard to attain your authentic sense of self. You move from the core. You acknowledge that you may not be able to fully ground, but it is up to you to flow more so than anchor. Now away, now ahoy away. In your blind spot, in your environment that you don't see. It's like, even if you don't see it, you have the freaking High Priestess. What does it matter if you don't see it? You can move through that and you know it. Your power. Mm-hmm. Well, you are at the full stage, Uranus, Taurus, Aries, but Taurus is here, the vibration of Taurus. But we also have Mercury, so day and night, Virgo and Gemini, right? Okay, but you're coming into day now. Perhaps you don't see. Yeah, that's what I see. What I see too is like spiritually, psychologically, you may not understand fully that you are out of the dark, that you faced now final difficulties, and now the difficulties subside. Okay, so you do accept that you're faithfully following step by step, regardless of whether you know fully that this direction is, you understand it is, you do accept that it is, and that is despite you not being able to see markers along the way. You're still going that way. So you don't know that you're about to arrive to have everything in your hands, like the tools in your hands, magician in your blind spot. This is a good reading, like out of the difficulty, out of the Saturn, out of like you having to like just flow through frustrations and go like just heal your inner child. Like maybe you don't even know what that means. The outcome is temperance, the equalizer, the balancer, and I keep saying karma, the equalizer. You're guided by hierarchical, highly regarded, angelic, archangelic, superior forces. We've said that. Sagittarius. So the next 2 months, very auspicious. So you will attain. Forces are being naturalized, neutralized, balanced. More so, they're being modified by you, for you, by your higher and your higher conscious, your lower conscious, your earthly, divinely rooted consciousness, and your core, your true 3-dimensional, willful, active self, and then your higher consciousness. Okay, the Chariot, strength. I have a Capricorn, Sagittarius. I have Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn. Sagittarius being really significant, if not the timing in end of November, December, then you in your chart. Yeah, Saturn in Pisces, only 6 more months to go, baby. You less than that, likely, I think. 3 of Swords, Saturn in Libra. Okay, yeah, at the bottom of the deck, Saturn in Pisces, Saturn. It comes in threes. You're now intellectualizing the outcome, but it is about applying it. So not just processing, now apply it. Now it's like you kind of do have to accept it and forgive yourself. Perhaps by seeing it in a fundamentally psychological and or spiritual situation, seeing the longer karmic aspect of something that might have physically happened to you, against you, or a trauma that occurred in childhood. With the Scorpio, it is like you are a healer of those sorts. Just a body energy. Long distance and short distance travel could have a lot. Perhaps a new car. I don't know why can we get clarity on the 10 of Swords, the Lord of Ruin? Clear divine messages for the collective, no matter their natal placements. Thank you very much, Goddess Isis, Sun God, overall archangels, angels, spiritual guides of all this light. Clarity on the 10 of Swords, please. Whether it was a singular relationship, or a recent relationship, or many recent relationships, or just the recent past in relationships. So this is Sun in Scorpio, Sun in Gemini. exposure, exposing what you thought was good, what you had hoped for. Perhaps you did not receive, but that led you here, right? That led you to now act accordingly in your justice. Now seek your justice by determining what is scarce in your life, when, who, or what are you allowing to leave you in scarcity? Where's the block? What has allowed that? It seems like these relationships are like a hopeful mentality versus saving, resting. Wow. Putting things to rest. Jupiter in Libra. And we had, yeah. Okay, well, my lamps just turned on. Coming to integrate, putting down relationships, those people that did stab you in the back, those people that kept you from growing something real. It's almost like the energy there, whether it's you always putting your mind to the way things were, or hoping for something to flourish that was never really fully established accordingly, or wasn't established in a good manner. Faulty foundation, the Tower card, Mars, Uranus. Okay, a lot of Aries, Saturn in Taurus, more Saturn here. Okay, and Saturn in Libra. Four of Swords just popped out. So allowing yourself to be released and removing yourself from those situations, leaving those situations, putting them to rest, getting rest, and then self-care, applying the larger lesson, the bigger lesson, intellectualizing it, and not stopping there. By processing it, then applying it is what actually causes the shift. That's acceptance. Okay. Could be spiritual, because we have the Four of Swords. You have to apply the spiritual aspect to what happened to you in the physical realm, to how you were taken advantage of. You applied psychological and spiritual consciousness that brought you to shift out of that scarce mode, fear mode, lack mode. Okay, avoidant, anxious modes. You rest, take rest, allow your hopes for what you thought was good for you and what is actually detrimental. Allow those hopes to subside and to pass. Move through the fog now. Release the weight in your mind. Why is Temperance here? Ten of Swords. It does have that effect of like, you do that, you did that, you're doing that, you're gonna make it out. Temperance, naturalizer, because you do accept it. You're like, I'm healed. I'm healed. I'm too healed to deal with this. The Hierophant. Wait, we have Judgment, the Sun card, Death card, Temperance, the Magician, the High Priestess, the High Priest, the Tower, the Wheel of Fortune. Y'all are not messing around, okay? Three of Swords at the bottom of the deck. You're telling me you're too old for this. You're too old for this. Shh. Okay, Taurus, High Priest, Sun in Gemini, Ten of Swords, clarifying Temperance, moving your mind to practical matters away from the BS, okay? In a attempt to actually neutralize your foundation that's now shaken and rocky. Okay, back to stability. Perhaps coming out of now feeling left out, feeling stuck, feeling always left out of the loop, or without funding or money or direction or love or care. Now you address that within yourself, and you start by acknowledging internally how can you shift your immediate space so that you can then affect your environment from your new true core. Your true core is enlightened and enlivened, and you now see it. You now see your true core. Wow, the Ten of Swords. What you see in the sun, that's you. You are the sun. That is your future self, and you are the moth. Are you the light that the moth is attracted to? I believe so. Do you recognize that? Or are you the moth? Do you realize you were the moth? You were acting like the moth and seeking, desiring. Now you check your desires, the Hierophant. Anything else for Temperance? As I'm smacking my lips, y'all. Look, 10 of Pentacles and 6 of Pentacles. Moon in Taurus, okay? That's full moon in Taurus. Either you acknowledge the release, but there is a financial sort of gain. At least there's like a new financial energy. I would define it like a new avenue, a new channel of abundant energy that is aligned with financial flow that opens up. You unlock, you unblock, you come back to balance. Perhaps you could even become lucky throughout your days over the next few weeks, or you could be drawing that sort of energy in, calling it in, drawing it in. So you could be playing in a drawing, like you could be playing lottery, and it's a very auspicious full moon for a lot of earth signs and some water signs. So there could be natural luck flowing to you. You could become more popular in your neighborhood, online, or in your space. You now are known in more spaces. The number of eyes on you grows, and the number, also your bank account grows. Like the number goes up. Full moon in Taurus. We have 6 of Pentacles, which is the moon in Taurus. Let me get a good one. And then we have Mercury in Taurus, which is the 10 of Pentacles, okay? That kind of takes us back to the beginning of the year. The first quarter moon in Taurus it was about 9 months ago, okay? And then you can go back 18 months, so a year and a half. You've been making a lot of changes. You perhaps had to make a huge adjustment in the spring or this last winter as well. So if we can turn back the clock like to the beginning of 2023, the spring of 2023, the new moon in April or May of 2023, that's when a lot of this was declared. Like you kind of went through this then, or that's when you cycled into this relationship, or all of this kind of started to unravel. Like you saw the beginnings of the demise, but you stayed focused on practical matters, but a lot of the time was spent in the emotional realm, which clouded the emotional mind, or you clouded your mind and your mind body connection, and your connection to spirit was maintained and grew. Okay, you followed along with spirit. Still, you've been through many cycles with this particular person, or with this in this way, like, or maybe the way that maybe you're seeing your treatment, how you treat others, or how you're treated, or both. You're looking at where you say yes and how much weight you take on, how much of others' problems energetically, empathically, sympathetically that you take on that causes stress. 10, 10, 10, 10 of swords twice, 10 of pentacles. I'm so sorry, I've been so wheezy. Wow, the page of cups, self-forgiveness, right? You're coming to accept, and then that leads you to self-forgiveness. It leads you to acknowledging the psychological aspects of your situation. It leads you to acknowledge the spiritual, contractual vows that you took, and that allows for alleviation into acceptance, then into forgiveness. 4 of cups, 4 of swords. You then allow for the flow in order for you to receive your gift. Okay, the fawn. Back to the initial message. I do want to read card 20. Lead. One of the metals. Density, weight, Saturn. To ponder the stability of the anchor. I think you're moving on. You're away. Remember, we had mentioned that you've been moving your anchor. So you've been going through the fog. You're about to then, you've been through a sobering moment. Okay, you're moving out of that. You will then anchor in a new space now. At least we hope you declare that, right? Forces are stabilizing. It's still coming together. You're still about to, if it takes this, it's acknowledging this so that you can safely arrive, securely arrive, so that you may anchor, so you may then ground. Okay, Unus Mundus, card 63. That is Source, Destiny, the Miraculous Message. To ponder the miracle of your conception. What you notice matters. You matter. When this card arrives, sacred messages abound. Everything is a living symbol of synchronicity. Its guidance is sent directly from the alchemists who have come before you to encourage you along the way to see the deeper meaning of what is in front of you in this very moment. The new eye opens. Wow. There you go. Did we not say begin the new you, that your new eye opens? It is a very sobering moment that has caused this. And so for you to continue to leave your eyes open, right? 10 of Swords. Now that you see, now process it, okay? Sobering moment. Clears the fog. Your guides are here. They're guiding you. They're moving you along the way. They want you to know that for you to receive the gift, it is it that you must come to self-acceptance, self-forgiveness, self-love, self-regulation, emotional, mental clarity, and regulation. You must come to be in your childlike state, your child's flow state, okay? Inner child healing work, processing time. Saturn gives time. Saturn wants you to apply Work through time. Saturn wants you to move through time in due time. Now the time comes. Are you ready to receive? Forces are stabilizing. You're coming to dock, to land, okay? Here, ahoy. I don't know what, okay. All the love, all the light, so much love. Hit like, hit share, leave me a comment, say hello. Wow, we went on forever and ever. Have a wonderful time. Enjoy the rest of your November. Have a wonderful Venus transit through Capricorn. Watch that budget, limit that flow out. Allow the flow to come in. Receive, receive, receive. Gratitude, all the love, all the light, protective white light to your crown for you to feel good, for you to go out, for you to, appear, right? The sun, for the new you to feel good, to feel secure. All the loving emerald healing green light to your heart center as you heal, as you move through the fog, as you come to land, stable land. Also, yes, brilliant, brilliant yellow and orange vibrant light to your sacral and solar plexus centers, your chakras. May you feel secure and grounded as you approach this with your new eyes. Now do you see, okay, the splendor, the peacock's tail? Alrighty, ciao, peace, all love, all light. I'll be back with more. Ciao.